Hi everybody, it's Slim here, and today I'm with Riza, and we're going to be going through kind of her offer, her business and everything, and how we can kind of just like figure out how to refine our outreach strategy. She has a Twitter of her own because she won a giveaway of mine, and we're going to be just kind of refining everything. So, Riza, do you have any words for us? Kind of where you're from, your business, kind of everything, what you're doing currently?
So hi, I am Raisa. I am from the Philippines, and I'm currently running a digital products business while freelancing on the side and also growing my personal brand on X.
Awesome, that's amazing. So I guess let's hop right into it. In
Hmm.
terms of digital marketing and kind of like digital products, what is like the product? What are you kind of selling to people?
As of now, we are selling. I have it's like a team of people. We are selling Notion templates, which is targeted for freelance photographers.
Freelance photographers. And you said you were also freelancing as well. So what is your freelancer?
I am a social media marketer, but particularly on the Instagram platform, and I am currently branching onto X.
Awesome. Okay, okay. And do let me see. So you're currently, let me just get this right. So you currently have some digital products with Notion that you're selling to photographers, and you're also doing social media as well. And which one would you like to grow currently? That like you're more kind of you're thinking kind of client acquisition, like the offer lead acquisition, you want to grow kind of faster, grow more.
As of now, I think my priority is my digital products business.
Okay, that's perfect. And have you, is this completely like new, or have you had people kind of use the Notion templates, etc., kind of like tested it out already?
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, no, of course, sorry. So, um, have you, is this like a completely new product with like no one's kind of used it yet, or have you had people using it already with like case studies, clients, like past people already?
Currently, we are in the pre-launch stage of the business, and we are just about to do our first ever product marketing, product product research.
Perfect. Okay, okay. So I'm curious. So if you want to jump into this more, so I'll definitely go into the lead generation side of things and how you should definitely have a look at going for clients. But what I'm more curious about is kind of the offer and the service because I like to break whenever you're selling something, I like to break it up into an offer and a service. So what your service is Notion templates, right? So that's your service. But your offer is what the client gets. So if you were to give me an example of like what a client gets, like when you say templates, are they kind of like CRM templates in Notion, or are they, oh God, I'm not too acquainted with Notion, but like kind of tables, etc., build outs, what will the client get?
Uh, for now, the product we are building is kind of like a dashboard wherein the client or the customer receiving the product will be able to manage their projects as well as their team and such.
Okay, so if I was to boil that down, so that means the offer slash product will be um a dashboard. And sorry, no, the service slash product is a dashboard, and the offer will ideally be. I think the best way of putting it would be a streamlined CRM or a streamlined kind of project management system. Would you have automations built into that as well? So if you're using make.com, Zapier, maybe code any of that, or is it kind of a complete Notion build out?
It is a standalone Notion template.
Standalone Notion build out. Okay, interesting. And so you're in the product stage. Do you have any sort of kind of guarantee or like a tangible outcome? I know it's very difficult because in the kind of outreach game, I like to figure out if you have an inbound or an outbound offer. And when you have an inbound offer, that's when people come to you for something. So let's say you have your Twitter and your X and you're posting on it, and basically people are like, oh, like I actually really need a Notion like template right now, and they'll search up Rise App, or you can reach out to someone and you can say to them, look, I have a project management system that's specifically made for freelance photographers, and it's able to save you 20% of your time per client just because of streamlining operations, and I can increase sales just because of making everything smoother. Does that kind of make sense?
Yes.
So, are you able to attach like a tangible outcome to it? Like, could you like test it out at all with other people? So have like product market fit.
Can you please repeat that?
Yeah, no,
It's
of
choppy a
course.
little.
Oh, okay, sorry about that. So, ooh, I still, yeah. So basically, are you able to test it out with people? Basically, kind of saying to people, are you able to test it out and you just kind of give me back feedback, kind of testimonial or reviews at all?
Um, about that, we are planning to reach out to potential beta testers for the template, wherein we will give them the template for free, and then they give us a feedback on how we can improve the product.
Okay. And for freelance photographers, the first place, to be honest, I can think of looking for freelance photographers is probably Fiverr or Upwork, where you go there and you actually scrape their information because obviously everyone on there is a freelancer. And if you look at freelance photographers, it's one place. Maybe like Instagram as well is probably another one. I see a lot of people on Instagram posting up pictures and stuff of doing kind of all that. Did you have an idea of where, like, of course, you know the industry better than me because you're going after it. Do you know, like, what lead sources you were going after?
We are going after leads from Facebook currently, Facebook groups, and Instagram.
Okay. And are you I assume you're manually sending out DMs to them, or you will be anyways?
For Facebook, we are planning to post like promotional content on the Facebook groups. While on Twitter, on Instagram, we are planning to reach out to individuals.
Okay. So that'll be your general lead generation source. And will you be posting that on your X as well?
Most likely, yes.
And will you have a kind of giveaway? Actually, curious, will you have a giveaway for your X as well, or will you do some sort of giveaway? Because of course, at the beginning, you need reviews.
Yeah, we actually plan to give away a lead magnet, like a simpler version of our template.
Okay. And have you considered making content about this? Have you made content on this already?
We have already created content but haven't posted them yet.
Ah, okay, okay. That's no, it's good. It's good because it's very good to have some sort of like a VSL in a sense, so a video sales letter, where you can kind of like demonstrate it to people and they can have a look. And I'm not sure, is this kind of a more complicated product? Like, is it complex to use or is it complex to build?
I think it still needs a little like guide or tutorial in order for the client to be
Yeah,
able to use it to its maximum potential.
yeah, because I know the few I've downloaded a few Notion templates in my life as well. And they can be some of them are really confusing to say the least, even with a guide,
Yeah, that's
which is really funny, really funny. Um, let me see. Would you think about doing outbound? Because honestly, I do think that Facebook groups is probably one of your best ways of getting exposure. I would look at school groups as well, just because they're probably another section of just like groups in general. I doubt there'd be any Slack groups with this, but would you be doing outbound at all, do you think?
most likely we will also do outbound.
Let me see. Because I'm trying to think. I like to do this just in my head. Oh, I think the limit's gone. No, I'm trying to think how you would write this up. So I help freelance photographers do tangible outcome. See, because you would have to position your product a certain way if you want to do outbound. There, you would definitely have to position it a certain way, um, with some sort of trial, if that makes sense. Are you going to be selling this on Gumroad either, with some sort of kind of like templated version or no?
We are planning to sell it on a different platform, apart from Gumroad, which is Payhip. But yes, we are planning to sell it on that.
Oh, okay. Is there is there anything you'd like to know from me from this so far? Because I'm trying to piece together kind of everything, and um, generally your plan seems like it's going well. Of course, you need to like once you finish the product and you start reaching out to people and putting it in Facebook groups, you'll get kind of more feedback because of course I don't know the full project. But is there anything that on my end that you could think of that you could I could help you with?
Um, for the lead magnet, we are actually planning to collect their emails through a Google form sheet, and
Yeah.
we are planning to also do email marketing towards.
Okay. So when you say email marketing, right? So, right, this is very different. So there's cold outbound where you have your kind of email list, which is cold, but if you have their emails kind of already and you have it on a leads list, you'll be sending out kind of what's the word? Like warm emails to the audience already. Is that what you're kind of planning on doing? So you can maybe upsell them or downsell them to different kind of products. Sorry, am I
Yeah.
lagging again? No, okay, sorry, I'll repeat that. So basically, when you say collecting emails, is this will be from when they buy your product or when they sign up for, let's say, like a template version. You'll have it stored in a database. Is it? Okay. So in general, I will say this. I use I I'm gonna call outbound and in terms of instantly and all that and smart lead and the and kind of the B2B sense. What you're talking about more is more of a B2C sense, and because these will be consumers of your product. So I can't give you a full guidelines, but definitely look at running a once you get a database. There's plenty out there. I probably couldn't even name them all because there's so many. Drop them in the database. Just make sure you're following data restrictions is probably the main one I'd recommend because it's very dangerous if you get it wrong in both America and Europe. Was that was that
Can you
lagging?
please repeat?
Uh,
I'm
right. Okay.
really sorry. The internet.
No. It seems like my internet's quite bad, which is my fault. Sorry. I'll just say that again. So basically, just be careful when you're emailing people from the email list, just because you need to follow regulations. There's GDPR kind of regulation and the Can't Spam Act in America, so you just have to be careful, and they need to have a double opt-in as well. So just be very careful on that. And another thing is when you're setting people up on an email list, Google currently have an they have new regulations basically when you email to an email list of more than 5,000 people. You can only have, I think it's 0.003, I think, percent of people can mark you as spam, or else you get flagged by Google. So that means out of 1,000 people, only 3 people can mark you as spam, and if it's more, then you have problems. So if we're talking about kind of that kind of broader sense. Make sure that the emails are packed with information and they're really good because people can mark you as spam and it's no fun to be completely honest. So hopefully was that helpful at all? Unfortunately, like I'm more on the cold outbound side. Email marketing isn't like my primary domain if that makes sense. And Is there anything else that I can help with?
The cold outbound you're talking about. How do you think can I implement that for my business? That isn't email marketing.
Cold outbound. Let me see. Once you have reviews and you have people using the product, what I would say is definitely get numbers. 100%. You need to get numbers of people that are using your product. So let's say before they were spending like 1 hour per client, you need to say to them, look, just track the numbers, please. Okay. Be like, just give me a general estimate of how much time you're saving using my system, or how many more clients you're able to convert with the system, or how much easier it is to do anything with the system. Because of course, like I talk to people and they haven't tracked any numbers and they're like, I can't promise anything, right? That's a problem, right? That's a problem. Um, the second thing is when you're reaching out to people, the best way of putting it is they don't care, like about you or your product, right? So you need to make them care. Is probably a good way of putting it. So having some sort of outcome is very good, and then having some sort of free part as well is very useful. So what I recommend is if you're able to break off a bit of your CRM or your basically your project management system, or kind of have a little piece you can give to them to test it out, that you know it's good, and they'll come back and they'll buy more, and you can get them on a demo call or some sort of call and kind of sell them on it. Because CRM systems are, you'd have to target people that have a CRM that use Notion and are also in freelance photography. Very, very niche. So it is very niche. You'd be better. And would you have, oh no, there would be no automation. Okay. And do they have to have a certain revenue level?
Uh, the plans about that.
Oh, it depends. Okay. And oh, what was the other one? It was revenue level and oh, I've forgotten. It's one of those things I've forgotten. Oh no, it's gone. I had another question, but it's gone now.
Sorry.
So yeah, no, it's not it. So in terms of the platforms, I would definitely look at uh, definitely the Facebook groups is probably your best bet. The Facebook groups and the groups, it's because they're already in there. It's a whole um like the people are already in there. They're all kind of freelancers. I would definitely have a look at Fiverr and Upwork, seeing if you can scrape the information off there, because those guys are guaranteed freelancers as well. And the last one I would probably recommend is Google Maps, because if you can, a lot of people will put, see, because what happens is freelancers don't really, they wouldn't really have like the big kind of like clunky sites in a sense, but they usually throw their names down on like golden pages or like Google Maps or something, and you can just look up photography, right? And what you can do is if they have more than like let's say 5 to 10 reviews, you can like just like remove them because that means they're too big of a company to contact. But if you use Google Maps, type it in, and you find people that are lower, that's definitely an option as well. And probably one of the other ones is just going to Instagram. Instagram is definitely an option, just because like, they'll be taking pictures and they'll be like photos and stuff. It's just how it is on Instagram. So in terms of like are you going to do this manually, or would you be like, do you want to automate this, or would you be looking to like manually reach out to everybody and scrape the leads just so you can get an idea?
If it can be automated, I'd prefer that.
Yeah. Okay, I would. Okay, so what I'd say is scraping the leads. I'd say scraping the leads you should definitely do automatically. I think reaching out for the time being, it might be worth it to do it manually, just for a few, just to make sure, because it's good to see the responses people are giving back to you, just so you know. What I recommend is, let me see if I can pull this open. Yeah, I will. So there's an extension called Instant Data Scraper, and it definitely helps. Instant Data Scraper. Let me see if I get the extension. It's free. Yeah, so it's free, and I would definitely recommend downloading it and testing it out because it's free and you can basically scrape most platforms. And once you do that, um, you can kind of like figure out like everything out because once you have your username, you can kind of filter it down. I do think when you do that, you're going to have to use every platform you have because freelancers on email isn't something you're probably going to find. It's not easy to find something like that. So you'll probably have to use like Instagram, Facebook, which of course you'll already be doing, which is probably ideal. And when you reach out, I would have a structure of something like this. I'll type in the chat. So it's like, hey, oh, sorry, it's not going in. So I do something like, hey, name, uh, saw your last post on X. It looks awesome. Um, just curious, are you spending too much? Are you spending much time on working on managing clients? Um, we've built out a system that can reduce time with clients by X time, and it's free to try. To try. Would interesting. So it would be, I would look at something along the lines of that. It's very kind of simple just for the time being. I would definitely refine it as well. This is just a really quick one. I just did in like 30 seconds or whatever. But it basically, the way it goes is, hey, name, I saw this before, like, or I saw your last post or something, or I saw your picture. Just curious, are you spending much time managing clients? So you're just asking a prompting question, and then we built out a system that can reduce time with clients by X time. So that's how you know from managing or past results, and you can say something like, someone else, so X, used our system as like use the system as well or something, or someone else has used the system, and it's free if you like to try it for like 2 weeks or something for like a trial, just to see. So, is there any other questions you have with on kind of the outreach side or kind of like offer lead generation like that?
I think I don't have any other questions.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I really appreciate the support and kind of like getting on this call. And if anybody is watching and they'll see this, look up Riza on X and give her a follow. So I really appreciate this, Riza, and I hope to
Thank you so much.
but I'll see you, and I appreciate everything. So thank you. Bye.
You.